I have about 4 million followers. I reach about 100 million people every month organically, no dollars spent on advertising.
How to use AI as an entrepreneur.
I turned my expertise into a recurring revenue product and the entire thing using AI. I took that whole concept and I vibe coded a tool called Threadmaster. It automates everything that I was doing. Continue to take things to the next level and push the boundaries of how you can use AI for social media.
This is going to be an interesting conversation because I think it's going to be a dual masterclass at the same time.
This is going to sound crazy, but 5 to 10 posts a day on Facebook, mix and match the formats of content, engage with other creators in your space, stay consistent. Build the audience before you sell. Don't sell before you have an audience.
What is your advice to people out there who, they gain a following, they got a social media following, they're using AI, but they're just not making any money?
What's up, and welcome back to the Amazing Marketing Show. We're talking about AI, social media, them coming together and forming a beautiful baby called getting you leads and more money. And with none other than Austin Armstrong, who's got conferences, he's got a software that does this, he's got a book on the way. This guy is the perfect guest for this topic, as far as I can tell. And so the software that he's got is called Syllaby. We're going to talk about that. Now, he already had the conference AI Marketing World, but he's going to have another one next year. And we're going to talk about his new book called Virality, available for pre-order. But before we bring in Austin Armstrong, I want to introduce my co-host, Chris Gray. Chris, what's going on, man?
Dimitri, what up?
I am living the dream, and I'm getting my pen ready to take notes. This is going to be a note-heavy episode. And by the way, if you want the notes, just subscribe to the newsletter, because we're going to send you these notes, and they're going to come right to your inbox every week for every episode. But without further ado, Austin Armstrong, welcome to the show. Tell us about you.
My name is Austin Armstrong, and I am addicted to social media. That's my
everybody raise your hand. We're all addicted.
We're all addicted to social media. No, I started in this space when I was about 14 years old on MySpace, had hundreds of thousands of followers back then, used it to monetize in several different ways. And that's such an impressionable time in someone's life. We're not fully developed yet. And I think those times really stuck with me throughout, because now I've been doing this for about 21 years. That and my martial arts background and
Chris. I know where this podcast is going all of a sudden.
This is now an MMA podcast. We're not going to talk about AI. We're going to talk about martial arts now. So, I love it. But yeah, that's all. Social media, martial arts, growing up playing chess. I think that's really formed who I am today.
Man, Austin, I'm excited about this episode. And man, you got me excited about martial arts. So I'm gonna move past that.
I knew we got him.
I wanted to go there. But I've gotten to know you through the mastermind, and I think one of the first people I saw talk about you was Cosm. Now, here's one of the things that I noticed is that you had a style of posting that was unique. It was kind of like a hook to get people to really bring them in, and then you got them to go to your comments. And this is, I don't know how many months ago, you started doing it, and then Cosm steals it all over my damn page. Anybody who's in the world of marketing is biting this shit, just copying it. Everybody's doing the awesome. I mean, it is rampant. And what that told me was, this cat is a trendsetter. Like this, that is not easy to do. Everybody's stealing your stuff or whatever. And that just speaks to your skill set. You are good at what you do with social media marketing and using AI. But my question to you is, when it comes to social media marketing with AI, what do most people get wrong?
I think they don't go deep enough. And a lot of people rule out what it's capable of, especially right now. So a lot of the naysayers or people that are only scratching the surface of how you can use AI for social media and making money is that, first of all, they have poor prompt skills. They'll just go in, write me a post on X, Y, and Z. Maybe they are a little bit more advanced and maybe they know how to create a custom GPT or a Claude project or Google Gems at this point, or maybe not. Depends where they're at in that space. Not giving enough examples. But you can go so much deeper than that now. So let's roll with your example that you just brought up. And I'm so sorry for ruining everybody's Facebook feeds with black background, white text, down finger emoji.
Yes.
These 5 websites are going to, rest in peace, Photoshop, that kind of stuff. I did that manually for a very long time, did all of the research and took the time to write up all of those posts. And then I started to automate that with ChatGPT tasks. Which are now kind of called schedules, I guess, or it's, it is what it is. But you can automate that and have, say, like every day at 8 a.m. Eastern, write me a text thread in this format on this topic in my niche. Here's a list of 5 examples. And then it will do that and give me all of that information automatically. And I did that for quite a while. But then you can take that to the next step. And so it's so easy now to go down the rabbit hole of, say, vibe coding, and not to digress too much, but just to, explain what people are doing wrong is they're just kind of still using ChatGPT or whatever their LLM is at a surface value, typing in, getting it, and then pasting it. And so I took that whole concept and I vibe coded a tool called Threadmaster, not to shamelessly plug, but it automates everything that I was doing. So now I can just enter a topic. I have all my threads in there. It generates threads. I sold it. Or I didn't sell the tool, but it's listed for other people to purchase a monthly subscription cost too. And so I turned my expertise into a recurring revenue product and the entire thing using AI. So don't just stop at the surface level of input, output, copy, paste. Continue to take things to the next level and push the boundaries of how you can use AI for social media.
This is going to be an interesting conversation because I think it's going to be a dual masterclass at the same time. The first masterclass is how to use AI to improve your social media. And the second one is how to use AI as an entrepreneur, because you've been successful in doing both. So, but let's start maybe with the using AI for the social media, kind of what most people are really interested in, having trouble with. Well, I mean, how do I come up with good content? How's the AI going to know all this stuff? That's the main objection, as far as I can tell. Even I have that objection. So what say you?
You're just not using it well enough. So, if you don't know how to use AI to create content for social media, the simple answer is just ask it. You could use a complex prompt like, depending on how much you use ChatGPT, let's just use ChatGPT for now. You could start by saying, based on everything that you know about me, please outline who you think my ideal client persona is. Then create a 30-day content strategy focusing on text, images, and videos. 75% focused on broad awareness-oriented content. 20% focused on middle of the funnel, nurturing-oriented content. 5% focused on transactional, conversion-oriented content. I want to use these tools to help me execute on that content strategy. And then you can enter in whatever tools that you want. Doesn't matter. Please outline all of this into a spreadsheet and give me specific prompts that I can use to generate content in each of those buckets for my ideal client persona. And that will give you a really good, detailed content strategy. And now, if you don't use ChatGPT that much, so that it won't know who your ICP is, at the beginning of that, or start a thread before you do that, and say, here's what I do, here's who I help, Here's the services or products that I offer. Here's the pain points that they struggle with. Here's the reasons why they purchase. What questions can I answer for you to give you the best understanding to outline my ICP? And then you take that and do that previous prompt, and you're going to get amazing results.
Oh, that's so good. Really, really good. Then speaking of, you're talking about ChatGPT, Austin, I find myself in ChatGPT and Claude back and forth all day, depending on the task I'm doing. So then my question to you is, you obviously use ChatGPT, but of the other models out there, not just other AI platforms, which ones do you use? And if so, do you have specific reasons why you use each one?
Yeah, I use all of them. ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini are definitely the top 3 models that I use. I use Perplexity a lot, and in fact, I'm on their Comet browser right now, which is an AI browser. Amazing. Perplexity is a great one too. But ChatGPT I use for a lot of automations. So I have a lot of GPT tasks or schedules set up in there on a daily basis that I use to help me ideate and create content. It just has the biggest knowledge base for me because I've been using it the longest. So that's why I tend to focus most of my time on there. I also love agent mode on ChatGPT more so than any other agentic tool because it's just so powerful to do multi-step automations. Claude I use for script writing and text-oriented content because GPT-5, no matter, even if you include it in the prompt, it always freaking has those M dashes. And then you have to say, remove the M dash. It's like it's an unnecessary step. And then the other recent thing, like even if you say, write this whole long thing, 30,000 words or whatever, ChatGPT still will stop halfway, not write the entire thing. And you have to say, no, please continue. No, please continue. Claude will actually do it. So Claude is just a huge time-saving thing. I use custom GPTs and Claude projects interchangeably. I think the quality's pretty similar. I just kind of bounce back and forth. No real particular reason there. I also use Sora 2 quite a lot now. That's OpenAI's product. And then for Gemini's the best for video or for image. Nano Banana right now is phenomenal. It's basically replacing Photoshop. It's just absolutely incredible what you can do to generate images in there.
So we're talking about AI and what AI can do for you, but what can't AI do for you? What's still reserved for that human brain or decision maker?
Yeah, your personal brand, I think, is the most important thing that you can and need to focus on right now. That human side of things, the talking about the real accomplishments, things that you've done, replacing the conversations that you have, the real conversations, not the transactional conversations, just real nurturing conversations, becoming friends, just banter back and forth, going to in-person events like masterminds or conferences or vacations, anything on the human side of things. It can't really and never will really be able to replace. There are things that it's still getting better and better at. Video is getting exceptionally powerful and almost impossible to understand if it's real or fake. Even I have a hard time telling sometimes, which is a scary thought. A quick digress here. I saw one today. A retirement home put up a video of their, and it wasn't there, but their residents in different funny costumes, and it was AI, but I didn't really realize it was AI for the first like 30 seconds of the video. And then I went down in the comments and saw, oh yeah, like there is like a subtle off glow, like TV, like subtle glow to it a little bit. It's kind of hard to, like when you watch a soap opera, it kind of has that glow.
I know what you mean.
Polish a little bit to it. And it's like, but now also like there's filters online. Like, I don't know if you've seen any of these, like Ring doorbell style filters on videos. And it's just like that, things like trick or treat, videos are going to explode, today online and tomorrow, like fake trick or treat oriented videos online. So while it's getting very close, they're still very short. There's still distortion. Long storytelling is still very difficult and time consuming to create. But that barrier to entry is disappearing as well. But I tend to lean more into the human side of things. That's just AI is not going to disrupt our human connection anytime soon.
Austin, I think what you've done better than most people that I'm aware of when it comes to social media marketing and AI is that you find a way to monetize it. You said earlier you had, what was it? Hundreds of thousands of fans on MySpace. What was the number?
Yeah, on MySpace. Yeah,
on MySpace, bro. Like, think about that. And you were monetizing it back then when people weren't. This wasn't a thing. And even now, you just said something simple about you build something for yourself, and now you monetize. You will monetize. I think the most influencers will just have fans, and they'll have tons of them, and that's it. And then they get monetized reactively, like other people approaching them, where you're very proactive about it. I was using MySpace to get girls to drop their panties. I wasn't using it for beyond anything like that. You know what I mean? Like this is
Chris. That's a shortcut. I think like ultimately that's the goal, right?
I was copywriting.
You're gonna end up spending more money doing that. Actually,
yeah, I did. I lost money. So then, what is your advice to people out there who they gain a following, they got a social media following, they're using AI, but they're just not making any money? What are some simple, tidbits of advice you have?
The biggest mindset shift I had in this space is don't be a content creator, be a business owner who creates content. And I really want you to think about that. Like, don't be a content creator, be a business owner who creates content. Reframe your entire mindset about why you create content. And this goes for any niche, any industry. I don't care if you dance on TikTok. You are a business owner first that creates content, promoting your brand, promoting your business, promoting products or services. Switch your mindset there. Second, ad revenue, ad rev share, content monetization should be the last thing that you focus on. And unfortunately, it's the first thing that every content creator focuses on. I got to get monetized on YouTube. I got to get into the Facebook program. I got to get in the TikTok's creator program beta. It pays trash comparative to the amount that you can drive for your own products, services, and alternative streams of income. Just to come up with some off the bat, I mean, Syllaby is my main software, but I own 6 other micro SaaS tools that I've vibe coded with AI, and all of them are individual streams of income. If you sign up for a program like Beehive to run your email newsletter platform, they have a function on there or feature called Boost Boosts. So you other newsletters pay to be in front of your subscribed form. So when I send free people sign up for my newsletter, they also get the option to sign up for another related newsletter. And if they do, I get paid about $2 per email. And so just by promoting sign up for my free email newsletter, if you're in their Boost program, you can get paid just to grow your newsletter. Affiliate marketing has been one of the most powerful ways for me to make money online, promoting other software tools and products. I love software because it's recurring revenue. If Amazon has a famous affiliate program, but it's one-time purchases and it's like really low commissions. Software is 20, 30, 40, 50% recurring commissions, sometimes for life, and it really builds up that way. Brand deals are another fantastic way. If you're growing an audience, promote other brands, products, or services, they will pay you. I have a book coming out, so I'm already selling that book. It's opened up paid speaking engagements. I have done UGC, where it's a brand will pay me to create the actual content, but it doesn't go in my audience. It goes on their platforms as ads. There are so many different ways that you can get creative. TikTok Shop is basically affiliate marketing. So you can review products on TikTok Shop now and get a commission for any item that you sell through there. There are so many different ways that you can monetize social media. Just think of yourself as a business first, and it'll change how you create content.
So good.
Yeah, this is one of the things I wrote down is you got to be a business first, not a content creator. I like that a lot. I want to quote some numbers here. I just looked these up. $72 billion trailing 12 months is Facebook's net income, the net amount of money they're making. Now, Alphabet, who does YouTube as well, over 100 billion in the last 12 months. In net income is not even revenue, it's after expenses. So going back to the beginning of the episode, we raised our hands because we're all social media, we're all addicted to it. These companies are making a lot of money on it, and most people are consuming. Now, using your techniques and using your software Syllaby, which I want you to talk about because this is actually quite an extraordinary tool. Talk about going from consumer to creator mindset.
Yeah, that's a big one. So get out of your own way is the first thing. I hear a bit of an echo, by the way. I don't know.
I don't hear it yet. We can cut this part. I don't hear it yet. You're good.
Yeah, I heard the echo.
Oh, I think we're good now. No, I can still hear it in the background. So it's okay. It was just distracted for a second. I can keep going. So switch your... Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I got out of my own head there.
We were talking about going from a consumer to a creator in terms of social media content.
Yeah, going from consumer to creator is get out of your own way. That's the biggest thing. So many people procrastinate actually creating content on a daily basis because they think they have to have the perfect topics, the perfect lighting, the perfect setup. They have to post at a certain time of day. They have, yada, yada. It's all like perfectionism is procrastination. Just create content and stay consistent. You are the only one that's going to see everything that you post. And especially when you're just getting started, nobody's going to see your content anyway. And so that's when you get your reps in there. I even have more blunt advice for, I spent 12 years working in the marketing agency space doing content creation. This is ultimately what led to me creating Syllaby. But we worked with a lot of service-based businesses like lawyers, doctors, addiction treatment centers, therapists, psychologists. That industry in particular has literal life-saving information in their head. And so you are doing a disservice by not creating content, sharing the information that can help change people's lives. The amount of comments and real clients that have come from seeing a social media video of an addiction treatment center or an addiction expert on a video that's like, here's why I was a meth addict and here's how I overcame it. And then to see people actually reach out, call, get into a detox for any drug, and then go into recovery from a freaking TikTok video, that is powerful. And that's one of the things you need to get out of your own head and know that you are enough and that you have information, experience, a perspective, a voice that is going to resonate with somebody. Just start creating, stay consistent, and it will change your life.
Sorry. This is good stuff, Austin. Really, really good stuff. Jeez. Now, you said something earlier about going back to the monetization. Actually, I want to ask you about this before I forget. You mentioned Syllaby and what it's doing for these service-based businesses and why you created it. Will you tell us more about Syllaby and who it's for?
Yeah, absolutely. So Syllaby is for anybody that wants to create content, but is in their own head for many reasons. I mentioned that all of the practices everything in Syllaby is based off 12 years of working in video marketing space and the social media world. Business owners, content creators know they need to create videos for social, but they don't know what topics to create. They don't know what to say on camera. They need help staying consistent and accountable. Maybe they don't like being on camera. Maybe they can't afford hiring a marketing agency in the first place, or maybe they're a content creator that can't afford to pay for 5 different software tools to do every individual piece. Video marketing, social media marketing has changed my life. It has given me confidence. It has made me a lot of money. It has helped me accomplish every goal I've ever set forward in my life for myself. And so it's become a personal goal and mission to just provide the tips, tools, and strategies to help change other people's lives as well. Now, I got transparently really burned out in the agency space. It's a roller coaster, big highs, big lows. And so I almost had a mental breakdown, and just night sweats, nightmares, just brutal space. And so I had to exit that space for my own mental health. But I still wanted to be able to help a lot of people follow everything that I was doing and how I was helping people. And that was where the idea of Syllaby came to be. And so at a high level, what it does is it shows you the topics and trending viral keywords that people are looking for online in your industry, in any industry, whether you're a service-based business or you're a content creator that wants to create a new stream of income talking about ancient history videos. You just type in a topic, you type in your niche, and it shows you all of the topics. It then creates the video script for you, short or long video scripts. You can control any length that you want. You customize the scripts however you want. You can paste in your own scripts however you want. It'll then generate the actual entire video for you. We support the most powerful AI video generation models on the internet. So we are not a competitor to Sora 2, Google VO3, Seed Dream, any of these tools out there. That's just one component of Syllaby. It generates the video on that script for your target audience, resonating with their messaging. It's based on my script formula, my start video framework. And then we're integrated with every social media platform. You can connect every one of your social media platforms, multiple social media accounts, and you can automate creation of videos for up to 30 days to every single platform. Fully optimized, description optimized, title optimized, add links to your offers, your call to actions, complete set it and forget it. So if you don't like being on camera, it's a great solution. If you just need a little bit of your time back to create content where people are, it's a very affordable tool.
We got to play around with it as members of the Driven Mastermind, which gives us incredible benefits. And thank you to Austin for giving it to us to try with. It seems like you're pulling the best out of all these AI models and then bringing whatever you've put together in terms of what you know works in social medias on different platforms. So this is really cool. I want to ask you for myself, if I had to pick one platform to just start from scratch and build up Now, from a business perspective, okay, I'm not going to be a content creator, but still, I want to get traction. So walk me through that.
Well, let's roll with this example. So give me a niche. Give me an example.
All right. Well, the new thing that it's always been a thing, but the new thing I want to promote is something called Big Life Village, which is about living a big life. And it's not just business, but that's definitely a big important aspect of it. But it's, self-care and relationships, that type of thing. And, sharing my thoughts on life.
On that niche specifically, I would not solely rely on not just Syllabi, but any tool. If it's about big living, you have to show yourself living big, right? The platform that allows for the most different formats of content is Facebook. It's where people casually spend their most time. It's where your target audience, I believe, would be. It's also where I personally am seeing the most organic reach by far on there. And so you could use Syllabi to find topic ideas, create videos. You can edit the videos. You can insert your own footage, images, B-roll, make it really simple to edit the videos and schedule and publish that out. But I would also encourage you to share photos, behind the scenes, highlights, show up consistently, create text threads, text posts. 5 things that I've learned this year living my biggest, best life. Finger down in the emoji in the comments section. And then one by one list out follow that format. You can use, my tool Threadmaster, but you could use ChatGPT, or you could just type it, literally, that's the other thing AI is not going to be able to do. If you're living your biggest, best life, ChatGPT isn't going to tell you the 5 biggest impactful things that you accomplished. That has to come from you, right? So adding that humanity in there, I would do that. I would focus on, this is going to sound crazy, but 5 to 10 posts a day, every single day on Facebook. Mix and match the formats of content. Engage with other creators in your space. Engage with other people. Stay consistent.
Okay, so 5 to 10 posts a day. I'm engaging with others. And how long is this going on for? Forever. Got it.
Ever.
Man.
You never stop. You never get off the hamster wheel.
Okay, well, what is this? What's the time commitment on this looking like?
Well, it depends on your KPIs and your goals, right? So, and it depends on how, if you're doing it yourself, if you're outsourcing this to an agency to do for you, if you are trying to automate as much as possible with AI. I love to give myself a 30-day ramp up period. Commit for 30 days straight, every single day. Don't take a single break. Do this thing. You have this goal and see what happens. Magic happens because most people freaking quit. If you just give yourself that ultimatum, that goal, that drive, that mission, that every single day, I'm going to get 5 to 10 unique pieces of content out. I know who my ICP is. I know the messaging that's going to resonate with them. I'm going to test different formats of content at scale to figure out, okay, well, maybe the videos perform a little bit better than the text posts, or the opposite. Maybe the text posts perform a little bit better. Or maybe it's when I post a selfie in the airport with a caption of here's where I'm going, living my biggest, best life. That's what resonates the best. When you go quantity over quality, it leads to quality faster. The more that you post, the more you test, the more you experiment, the more that you study, the faster you're going to figure out what works. And then that allows you to double down. And after 30 days, I pretty much guarantee, there are no guarantees in life, but if you just focus on a clear mission, you know who you're trying to reach, you're putting in an hour to 2 hours a day for 30 days straight, you will guaranteed get traction. It depends. I don't know if what you're selling. Maybe you're trying to get them into a lead magnet first, capture their email. Maybe the first 30 days, if you're starting from scratch, is just to build awareness and build rapport online. You have to define what that KPI looks like for you.
Okay. Chris, I hope you don't mind. I'm kind of hijacking this.
Let's go, bro.
But okay, so first of all, can I get I want the guarantee. I want the money back. Give me the time back guarantee, Austin. I want it. I know you can't give it. Okay, but tell me about KPIs. Okay, that's well, I don't know what my KPIs should be. Can you give me a hint?
Well, you tell me. What do you want to get out of this brand?
I want like-minded people who are thinking deeply about what their life goals are and purposes and what that really looks like on their day-to-day basis to follow the content, subscribe to the more personal offer. Maybe that's the newsletter, and then move into some sort of offer. I don't know what that it's going to be. Maybe I need to figure that out first.
Build the audience before you sell. Don't sell before you have an audience. So I would recommend, if you don't have that KPI, that offer there yet, your KPI is just 10,000 people reached in the first 30 days. And I think there's no reason why you should not be able to accomplish that. If you're starting from scratch, 10,000 people reach. Just focus on that first. Just provide value. Don't ask for anything. In the wise words of Gary Vee, jab, 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 right hook. Give, ask. Give your best information away. It's a great book. Love that book. Give your best information away for free. Just deliver. And then, maybe the next 30 days, you set a new KPI. Maybe it's, okay, I have this engaged audience. I've provided a lot of value here. Let's move them down or up the ladder a little bit, down the funnel a little bit, and get them into an email list. You could start by just doing a feeler post and saying, hey, just throwing some ideas out there. If I were to start an email newsletter where every week I share the best tips that have empowered my life, would you be interested? Yes or no? Get that feeler, get them to opt in beforehand, before you even create the newsletter. I do this all the time as example before I vibe code a new software tool. Be like, I was thinking about creating this tool. Would this help you? Would you be interested in it? They sell themselves before I create the actual tool. And then if you get enough signals and yeses, then you build the thing and then you bring them along the journey and say, this newsletter is for you. What topics would you be interested in learning in this? How can I provide the most value? Here's my experience. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to this newsletter. Here's what I would love to see in it so that I'll open that newsletter every week that you send it. Right. Driving them down that funnel, bringing them along the journey with you so they have that input. And then maybe at the end of that 30 days is like 100 email subscribers. And this is if you're starting from scratch, right? You have no audience, nothing. And maybe it's like, first 30 days, reach 10,000 people, just inspire people, develop a group of like-minded individuals that want to change their life and do bigger things. The second month is continuing to provide value, but taking them off platform, getting them into an email list, bringing them on that journey, 100 email newsletter subscribers. Maybe month 3, 500 email newsletter subscribers. You've learned from them. You've gotten feedback. You continue to grow. Month 4 is like, guys, I'm thinking about creating an ebook for you, or a quick video course that I think is going to provide you a ton of value. Or you can move away from that self so that anyone that follows me on social media, I don't sound ironic, but I'm thinking about vibe coding a software tool for you that helps you execute on your best life ever. What would you like that to be? Would you be interested in that thing? And then they sell themselves. They'll tell you what they're interested in. Then you execute on that, provide them. And then maybe your KPI month 4, 5, 6 is like, okay, let's just sell 50 of these things. And you continue to just go down that rabbit hole forever.
My guy, Austin, for you guys who are listening, is giving you guys a sauce, which is short for secret sauce. Is giving you pure game right here. I hope you're listening. That was really, really good. And, I know we're butting up against time here, but you just gave Dimitri all this game. You basically wrote a book on this. So tell us about this book and why you wrote it.
Yeah. So I wrote this book, Virality, because marketing has changed my life. And I just hope to inspire and provide the strategies and lessons that I've learned to help change at least one person's life. Right? So it's a 2-part book. The first part of the book is somewhat autobiographical, but hyper focused on the lessons that I've learned in marketing. So my time as a MySpace influencer and how those anecdotal stories are still relatable today, to my first internship at a video marketing agency and how I tried to take the initiative to lead the video production for an Oscar nominated team, and I totally blew it. And then how I the lessons that I learned from that experience, to how I got fired from my job during the pandemic and used that as fuel to become a full-time entrepreneur and bet on myself and go all in. All of those actionable lessons. And then the second half of the book is tactics and strategies for each individual platform, each social media platform. I have about 4 million followers. I reach about 100 million people every month organically, no dollars spent on advertising. Exactly what is working on every single platform for me, past clients that I've managed. I've created tens of thousands of pieces of content over the last several years, well over 10,000 videos, unique for each individual platform, all of the nuances for that, but also on the business and revenue income stream generation and the funnel side of things. So it's not just about going viral. The entire theme of the book is don't be a content creator, be a business owner who creates content. It's available on Amazon right now. If you search for Virality with an exclamation point, 99 cents. It'll change your life. Best dollar you ever spent.
Best dollar and you get a penny back. The thing about what Austin just said and about his book, and I just pulled up Amazon as he was saying that, is he actually talks the talk. His book has gone viral, but even before it's launched officially, and it's #1 bestseller in web marketing, and I'm sure many other marketing categories. Funny enough, our good friends Qasim, Ivan, who we've had on the show, are trailing in second place, at least on my screen right now. You guys are neck and neck.
Funny story about that. So I'm competitive. I'm very competitive in a great way. I absolutely love Qasim and Perry and everything they're doing. So when I launched my book, or the pre-order of the book a couple weeks ago, it hit bestseller, and I've been like slowing down on promotion a little bit. And then Qasim, I saw posted yesterday that they're like number one, and I'm like, and I look at the rankings, I'm sitting in 5th place at the time, and I'm like, all right.
And overnight,
that's dope.
Austin is #1 again. So
let's go.
If you don't think what's in this book works or it doesn't work, I mean, the results speak for themselves. Man, Austin, you're an absolute rock star in the AI and social media space. So just to remind everybody, Syllaby and maybe MMA and other things that we didn't quite get to talk about, Austin. I hope we can return to that maybe in a longer episode.
That's the one sport I follow. So we could do a 3-hour long Joe Rogan style podcast on MMA.
All right, you and Chris do that, and I'll just I'll do my I'll take a nap. Okay, but Syllaby, we're going to have that link in the show notes. It's going to be in the notes for everyone who's on the newsletter and all that. So check that out. We use it. Chris and I have used it. It's really good. And pre-order the book for 99 cents on Amazon. How do you not spend $1 on this? And then next year you got the conference, AI Marketing World. That's awesome. Chris, anything else before we wrap up?
No, great episode. Awesome, man. I appreciate the game you were dropping.
I appreciate you guys so much. I hope this provided some value for everybody.
Well, it certainly did for me. I got the 6-month plan, and by month 7, I'm gonna have $1 million offer and something. It's not really what it's about, but we got that 6-month plan. Everyone who's like me thinking about getting started, we have our marching orders. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. Awesome episode. Peace.